I'm running for Congress in the 17th district. That district, of course, has changed in boundaries, I think, 3 times within the last year. But that's okay. My hometown hasn't changed, and it's great that the district is shared with North Salem. In terms of my positions, you probably know I'm a pretty conservative Republican. I have been my whole life. I sit on the board, started on the board with Rick 8 years ago. We won 2 landslide victories, and recently ran with Rob just last year. We won another landslide victory.
I heard Rob won because of you.
there's a lot of synergy. So ask you what I would do in Congress is create a lot of synergy, hopefully, and working for you guys as well. In terms of the issues, I think it's pretty clear. Energy independence is something that we lost. I want to bring that back. In terms of the economy and taxes, they're way too high. This most recent thing, the Deficit Reduction Act or the Inflation Cutting Act, whatever they call it, you can just pretty much assume it's the exact opposite, okay? They're raising taxes and raising spending in a time where we have officially now become in a recession, and we've got inflation of over 8-9%. So you add those two things together, we're in stagflation. That's not where we want to be. That's not where the greatest nation in the world needs to be, the greatest economic superpower needs to be, and they're doing the exact opposite. Howard's keeping me on point with the national debt. Well, if you run the numbers on this, they just increased the national debt over $100 billion with this latest act. So my commitment to you, the people who I hope to be working for, not the other way around, is to be cutting spending and cutting taxes. New York lost a congressional seat over the last 10 years because we lost people. And we lost people for a very simple reason. They're leaving. The taxes are too high. They're all moving south. And we've all got friends who are in that position, and it's understandable. The one saving grace is that we probably lost 2 congressional seats, but I think there were some Democrats in charge of the numbers, and they only made us lose 1. So on those issues, I'm very comfortable on where I am, where I stand, and what I want to do. Border security is also very important to me, and this issue comes up, and some very pointed and thoughtful questions have come my way. What are you going to do about it? How are you going to fix it? And what are you going to use to combat them? Well, what I'm going to use to combat just about anybody on any issue is some logic. Okay, rather than just name calling, which the other side is very good at, we're going to combat them with logic. And my position on the border is that it should be fair. It should be closed. It should be secure. I think we, the American people, should decide who come into our country and who don't. And I'm the grandson of immigrants who came over to the U.S. legally. And I would like someone to logically explain to me why people just crossing over the southern border is fair, and somehow cutting in line in front of people that will one day be grandparents of councilmen and congressmen one day as well. So I greatly appreciate you guys coming out. The odds are a little bit against us in terms of Democrats versus Republicans. We're in New York, we kind of know that. Warren just said he put his request in for an absentee ballot 2 weeks ago. Did that happen? Maybe not. There's all kinds of